Okay, kids, coming to the next question. Now we have 6,850. So let's try to plot it. Okay, इसको हम plot करते हैं on number line पे. I'm taking a number line here. Since हमको nearest 100 तक यहाँ पे निकालना है multiple nearest 100. So what I am doing is I'm writing the intervals here. Let us start with 6,700, 6,800, 6,900. क्योंकि हमें nearest multiple of 100 तक निकालना है, so we are taking only the 100 place. We are considering only these three numbers, the 100 places. And after 6,900, we'll get 7,000. अब हम next क्या करेंगे? We will find their midpoints. So this is 6,750. This one will be 6,850. And this is 6,950. Now let us see where is our ball. Our ball will be at 6,850, which is the exact midpoint between 6,800 and 6,900. इन दोनों के midway में है ये. So we have learned that if a number is in the midway or it is greater than midway, it will fall to the upper side. मतलब हमारा जो nearest multiple of 100 होगा वो इस केस में होगा 6,900 because 6,850 is itself a midpoint. So what we'll have here is 6,900 as the answer. Next one is 14,910, that is 14,910. Now let us plot this also. Sorry students for the line. I know it is not straight, but please bear with me. So let us plot here 14,910. So it will start with, let us start with 14,800. Okay, 14,900, and after that what will come? 15,000. Okay, we will add 100 to 14,900. We will get 15,000, and so on. Now let us plot the midway, that is the midpoint. 14,800 and 14,900. The midpoint will be 14,850. Okay, and 14,900 and 15,000 here. The midpoint will be 14,950. Okay. Now let us plot our ball, the number ball. वो कहाँ पे होगा? It will be 14,910. मतलब 14,900 से greater and lesser than the midpoint. Somewhere here. This will be our 14,910 point. Okay. So now kids, we can see it is less than the half and it is toward the 14,900 side. Yes. So as per the rules, we will take 14,900 as the nearest multiple of 14,910. क्योंकि 14,910 जो है वो हाफ से छोटा है and it is near to this number than this number. इससे ये देखो कितना दूर है. It is far from the upper side and it is toward the lower side, which is 14,900. Right? Okay. I'll take the last one of this question. So let me plot this one as well. Let me start from 58,000. This number is what? It is 58,009. Okay, because we do not have anything at tens and hundreds place. So I'm writing the intervals as 15,000 and then 58,000, sorry, then 58,100, 58,200 and so on. Now kids, let us plot the midpoints. The first midpoint will be 58,000, 58,100. इसका क्या होगा? 58,050. Okay, and next one in दोनों का it will be 58,150, the midpoint between these two. So these midpoints are clear. Now let us plot the number ball. I will take the green color for the ball and we will see where the ball will lie. So in this case we have the number 58,009, which is very near to 58,000, right? So here 58,009 is very near to this number 58,000 and it is also less than the half. So we will take the nearest multiple of 100 in this case as 58,000. Okay kids? So the rule to find the nearest multiple of 10, 100 and 1000 is same everywhere. We'll plot. We will see the given number. It lies near to which multiple. Okay, the lower end, the upper end or the half. If it is near the lower end, we will take the lower number. If it is near the upper end, we will take the upper number. If it is half, then also we will take the upper number. जैसे हमने अभी पढ़ा था. Now coming to the last question of this exercise. So let us plot this. The very first one, 567. So अब हमारे पास क्या है? Now we have to consider the 1000 place. Okay, but in this scenario we have only three places, ones, tens and 100. So how we are going to plot? What will be the lower end of this? We have to consider. Since this is a 1000 series, we will do something like this. We will start from, in this case, 0, 1000, 2000, 3000 and so on. Okay, and again we will find the midpoint. The midpoint end of 0 and 1000 is 500. The midpoint of 1000 and 2000 is 1500 and the midpoint of 2000 and 3000 is 2500. ठीक है? Now we are going to pick the number ball. हमारे पास नंबर है 567. So where does that number lie on this line? It will be near to this. It is more than 500. 567 is more than 500 kids, right? तो वो यहाँ कहीं होगा. Somewhere here. Okay. So since this number is greater than half and it is more near to the 1001, so we will take here the nearest multiple of 1000 of this particular number as 1000 only, क्योंकि वो 1000 के पास है और हाफ से बड़ा है. ठीक है? Now coming to the next one, let me plot this for you. So I'm plotting this one and again we will put the series here. I will start with 7000, 8000, 9000, 10,000. Okay. And then the midpoints, 7500, 8500 and 9500. ये तीनों ले लिए हमने. Now what next? The number ball. The number is 9846. 9846 कहाँ होगा? 9846 is greater than 9500. It will be somewhere here. Okay? 9500 से बड़ा है तो वो 9500 के बाद आएगा इस नंबर लाइन पे. And again it is greater than the half and it is more near to the upper end, that is 10,000. तो यहाँ पे हमारा nearest multiple होगा 10,000. The nearest multiple of the given number 9846 is 10,000. Likewise, we can do 4096 only. So kids, for this I am not making a number line, but I want you all to make a number line in your practice notebook and see. Okay, and so let's do it this way. We have 4096 and we have to find the nearest multiple of 1000. So 4096 का nearest multiple क्या होगा? We'll have two ends, 4000 and 5000. And we know that 4096 is more near to 4000. Also, it is less than half. Half of 4000 and 5000 will be कितना? Half will be 4500. तो ये नंबर 4500 से छोटा भी है. Also, it is more near to 4000. So this is very simple. We can write the number 4000 as the nearest multiple of the given number. ठीक है? This one I want to make a number line. This question 35,502. Okay. So now here I am taking the series 34,000, 35,000, 36,000 and 37,000. Okay. So I have taken this number here and I am going to write the midpoints. 34,000 and 35,000, the midpoint will be what? It will be 34,500. Okay. And here it will be 35,500 and here it will be 36,500. ये तीनों हैं midpoints. And now I will pick the number ball. The number is 35502. कहाँ पे होगा? 35 ये रहा. This is 35,500 and 35,502 is greater than this. Very very near to this one. ठीक है, हाफ के बहुत पास मगर हाफ से बड़ा. So since it is greater than the half and it is more near to the other end 36,000, so the nearest multiple will be 36,000 in this scenario. Okay, the last question, I'm making a number line here and यहाँ पे I will start from, let's say, 96,000, 97,000, 98,000 and let's say 99,000 also. And let us find the midpoints. इसका midpoint क्या होगा? 9, 6 and 500. 96,500, 97,500 and 98,500. ये है इन सबके मिड पॉइंट्स. एंड नाउ फिर से हम लेंगे नंबर बॉल, दैट इज 97764. कहाँ होगा? इट इज ग्रेटर देन 97, सो लेट्स गो टू 97,000 फर्स्ट एंड देन इट इज 764, मतलब मिड से भी बड़ा. सो इट इज समवेयर हेयर, यहां कहीं पे होगा ये नंबर. तो अगेन बाय द रूल, the number is more than the half and it is much closer to the upper number 98,000. So the multiple, nearest multiple in this case will be 98,000. Okay kids, so now we have completed this exercise. Again I'm telling you the rules. First of all we have to find, सबसे पहले plotting करना है, and if we have to find the multiple of 1000, so the plotting should be done in the intervals of 1000. That is the first step. Second step is find the midpoints. Okay, and then third, plot the number which is given to you on the number line. उसको हम plot करेंगे and then we have to see that number is closer to the lower end or the upper end. कौन से number के ज़्यादा पास में है. And at the same time, if it is at the midpoint or if it is greater than the midpoint. So if the number is at the midpoint, we will pick the higher number. If the number is smaller than the midpoint, we will pick the lower number. If the number is greater than the midpoint and more nearer to the upper end, we will take the upper number. And this rule is applicable to all the multiples of 10, 100 and 1000. So this brings us to the close of this particular exercise. So kids, do practice these all questions, and if you have any queries, please email me. I will look into your queries and resolve all the things which you have in your mind. Any confusion you can share on this topic with me. Okay, so thank you for attending the class, and I will see you in the next class.